Being the Ricardos is a 2021 film directed by Aaron Sorkin, and it takes place in 1952 following the Hollywood power couple known as Lucia Ball and Desi Arnaz, better known on the show called I Love Lucy. And it deals with a lot of obstacles that they're going through at that time. They're dealing with their marriage, they're dealing with their show, they're dealing with the public perception of Lucia Bowl. And I find it all very interesting because it's directed by Aaron Sorkin. Aaron Sorkin, like when I first saw this movie, I had no idea who it was directed by. Because I just happened to watch it. Like, I heard about it, I saw the trailer, and I was like, oh, it looks pretty interesting. And as soon as I saw the ending credits, it said directed by Aaron Sorkin, and I was shocked. But then I wasn't surprised, because I was like, well, this movie has a heavy amount of dialogue. And for people who know Aaron Sorkin, they know that he has a thing for heavy dialogue. He never misses, ever, with the dialogue. So with this movie, I love Aaron Sorkin's directing. He really captures the essence of the 1950s. And he has a thing for dialogue. All the dialogue scenes are great. I love it. I follow the story from beginning to end. It has my interest. And then to the actors. Let's get to Nicole Kidman, who plays Lucia Ball. When I first saw images of Nicole Kidman playing Lucia Ball, I was creeped out. I said, holy shit, it's weird. It's disturbing, kind of. It's just like, why did you put all that prosthetic makeup on your face? I understand, like, hey, method acting, whatever, you want to look like Lucia Ball. But it's kind of creepy. But I was like, hey, I mean, if you're going for an Academy Award or something, I mean, more times often than not, 9 times out of 10, you need a lot of heavy prosthetics on your face. It just doesn't take acting, I guess. I don't know. But, I saw the movie, and the heavy makeup on Nicole Kidman, she's almost unrecognizable. And then she has, like, this accent, you could say. She speaks like Lucia Ball. And it works. Like, I would nominate her for an Academy Award, sure, why not? I mean, the only problem I have is that I guess in certain scenes, she kind of loses the accent, and I guess that's just the way acting is, because, they don't shoot everything chronologically. So, and then sometimes, they shoot late at night, so actors are tired, so it's understandable. But it's like her accent goes in and out. And then there are times where she's wearing the makeup, and I don't know what to say about it. It's just, I guess it's highly noticeable at certain points to where I'm looking at Nicole Kidman, and sometimes I don't see Nicole Kidman with all the heavy makeup on. Sometimes I do, but then it's just kind of creepy looking at her, and then it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't look like her. I'm just like, you didn't need to do all that heavy makeup. But then when we see moments where she has her hair pinned up, I think it's different. When she has her hair pinned up, she looks more like Lucia Ball. Like when they show the segments of Nicole Kidman's Lucia Ball character performing the I Love Lucy show, that's when I'm like, the resemblance is uncanny. Nicole Kidman looks exactly like Lucia Ball. And she acts like Lucia Ball. But during the moments where they're just in their normal lives, I'm just like, I don't see Lucia Ball. I think it's too heavy on the prosthetics. But then, like the transition on the show when she's doing it, she looks like her. So there's a give and a take to it, I guess. But Nicole Kidman gives a fantastic performance, definitely Oscar worthy. And then there's sequences in here that I really enjoy, where Nicole Kidman's character is, when they're talking about an episode of the show and how they're going to orchestrate it. There's these little insert scenes where the camera zooms in on Nicole Kidman's face, and she's thinking about segments that she could perform during the show. So she's coming up with ideas. And I feel like I related to that, even though I'm not an actor, I'm not a director, any of that stuff. I have made a couple short films, and I have those same um, developing thoughts like Nicole Kidman had in this movie, where you're thinking about doing a scene and then you like daydream or have a vision about how you want to execute it. So I guess I enjoyed those little insert moments of her thinking about, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then this will make the audience laugh. This doesn't make any sense. So I guess I kind of related to that, and so that's why I love those little moments. Those are really good. But moving on, Javier Bardem, who plays Desi, the husband. I thought he did a great job. Javier Bardem never misses. He's a great actor. Same thing though. He does do an accent, but then I feel like Javier Bardem, he already has his native tongue. So I guess he really didn't have to put on, like an actor or anything. Like with this, to me, is like he gave a good performance. He didn't put on heavy prosthetics or anything, but he did have certain mannerisms that he would perform to act like Desi, and I thought it was great. And he did put on, I think, an accent, or I don't know if it was just his own native tongue. But I felt like it was also kind of slipping in and out, like Nicole Kidman was doing with the Lucia Ball accent. But other than that, the performances throughout the board are solid. We have a lot of great actors in here with great dialogue and great interactions that get us inside look on these characters and their lives, and I thought it was interesting from beginning to end. So after I saw this movie, once it was over, I was like, overall, I think this is a great movie. This is a great movie with great dialogue, great characters. They may not be, fully flushed out, but I feel like I understand them just enough that when they have their interactions amongst each other and they're trying to figure things out, I get it. I follow along, and it's intriguing and it's interesting, and ultimately by the end, I think this is a great movie. This is a really great movie. From the directing by Aaron Sorkin to the performances from Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem and everybody else. I enjoyed, the drama and all that stuff. It was great. But the bizarre thing is when I look on Google, it has 69% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, bro, the score should be higher than that. I don't know what people's problem with this movie is. Because when I watch it, I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, I was invested in the performances and the directing, the way the camera was placed, the little insert shots of Nicole Kidman having those thoughts of sequences of how she's going to perform on the show. Nicole Kidman delivered a fantastic performance. She is, it's kind of creepy, but she does look like Lucia Ball. Javier Bardem has these little mannerisms that he does, trying to be like Desi, and it works. And then there's like on-set drama with the directors and the cast members and, all this kind of stuff. And it's great. I'm into the drama from beginning to end, and I find the story very interesting. I think this is a great movie. That's all I have to say.